Neutralize. That's what you must understand. Because you must have that knowledge how to neutralize these images and projections that they have made. Because they are very formidable things, and unless until we learn how to do it, they won't be able to understand it. So you have to be always, as you say, that one up. Now the first thing was the idea of illusion. Very interesting. Now for them, you see, there's nothing like evil, nothing like bad, everything is an illusion for them. So why talk of evil? Why talk of anything against the gurus? Everything is an illusion. Alright, now let me see how will you answer that. Who can answer to a person who that to you, how will you answer? Tell me.
That the feel of vibrations on your hands is not an illusion. It is real, that you can measure them.
No, but you see, this is different first. I mean, you should start from the point that they are still on arguing point, not yet they have feeling any vibrations or anything. So then, how will you tell them? If they say that is also an illusion. You can't talk to them about vibrations to begin with. You all are at a very different level that you don't understand. You must know that your levels have changed completely. You are talking from a level where they are not. So now how will you tell them that the devils are there and the satanic are there and there is negativity and all these things?
Get them to look at how it's working in their lives.
Oh, that
As illness.
then going into big discussion. They'll say, oh, that we have seen. You see, they all think that they can take their own decisions. They can have their own ideas. And now the idea is that they'll say that it's all an illusion. You see, you talk about all these things and finished. Now they'll say, look at your lives. All right, we look at our lives as illusion. Then what do you say? काय जेवण द्यायचं आता 2 मिनिटांनी देते जरा 2 प्रश्न विचारू हां लेट्स हॅव इट
You can tell their vibrations, you can read.
No, they haven't felt the vibrations. They don't know what is vibration. You see, just confront them as they are. Vibrations are different. They haven't got it, they haven't felt it, they have not known what it is. Then how will you discuss? See, even you meet them. Kai, sanga, patkar, lava dokar. When you just meet them and you confront them, then what will you say? Prashna asa. You see, Americans or anywhere, of course Americans are the top people in this, that they have their own images and they have their own conceptions. Now one of the conception is that everything is an illusion. You see, so how can we say that somebody is a bad guru or a good guru? Or how can you say that there are evil forces? And there's nothing like evil because it's all illusion.
All I can say is that this is my experience with it.
No, that's very personal. Would be arbitrary. Because they never had any experience, nothing. Then, on mental level, they
Maybe you have to go to the physical level with these people and tell them that it's something like if they deplete your health, you can go down to their level and get their attention by health, maybe. And these gurus.
No, they are not willing to go on to that point. They are not going to ask you to give you realization or anything. They will just, now let's see.
To tell them to look at any of the scriptures that are accepted.
Huh?
You have them look at any of the scriptures, whether they're Christian.
But they don't believe. Say, agnostic. I mean, we have all kinds of headstrong people around.
What about the gurus, the way they live their lives, and the examples of their disciples? What do they do?
No, for them, evil is not there. Even they are leading that life is an illusion.
You can only judge somebody, Mataji, from your experience, your own experience.
No, but supposing without that, Mother Kamana, without that, on mental level, if somebody confronts you, what will you do? Supposing face to face, you see, somebody comes and says this to me, oh, I think this is all illusion. Why should we worry about somebody is bad or somebody? It's all an illusion.
Can't you tell what is wrong with them because of vibrations?
No, but they don't want to listen to all that. They say this is myth.
Who created the illusion?
Huh?
You could ask them if it's the illusion. The illusion has to be created. There's a creator.
So they will say illusion exists because we are ignorant. But to me, it's an illusion. Huh? He becomes he has to become the reality. But to him, you see, that also is an illusion.
Please tell us more.
No, you have already, I have told you now. You have to tell because I have spent so much time with you now. Will you please tell what I told you?
I don't know if I could repeat it the same way you did.
All right, I'll see. When you are just discussing something on mental level, you cannot talk of something of an experience and all that. Nobody is going to listen to it. So you have to go on the mental level itself, and there you have to convince a person. So you should say that, say a man is in a boat, all right, and he sees the waves of the water, see ocean. So to him, it's an illusion because it doesn't affect him. All right? But supposing you are in the water, then it's not an illusion. So you have to achieve that state of mind where it becomes an illusion. Another good example is supposing you are watching the television. All right? Then there's a fire. You see, you are seeing the illusion. That fire doesn't burn you. But supposing there is fire already, will you put your hand to that? You won't. It's not an illusion for you. So you have to achieve that state of mind where the thing is an illusion, which you do not have. That's what we are saying, that you have to achieve that state of mind where it looks like an illusion. Then they will realize that their state of mind is at a lower level and they have to raise it to a higher level because it's not an illusion for them actually. See the point now? How to explain it? Very simple is that for a person who is in a boat, for him it is an illusion. But not for the person who is in the boat. This is one question. What was the another question? I explained to you. It was a good question. I explained to you. On mental level it was. Because I said the first one is not coming. Then, which I explained to him. This another thing is idea of people is this, that, you see, I asked somebody, why do you like Freud so much? He said, because it was new. So to a Western mind, anything new, we should do it, why not? It's a new thing, let us do it. If anything is new, then we should try. Why not try? But try whatever is new. For this, what will you explain? You have to give a concrete example.
Your example of natural plant growth. Plants grow the same way that they always do. Human beings have a certain natural way of growing.
No, but how will you say don't try anything new? How will you say that? This is the mistake of our Western society. They tried everything new. Hippism came, hippies. Now this cocaine has come, cocaine. Tomorrow something else like that. Paint your hair, paint your hair. Paint your nose, paint your nose. Anything new they want to try. What's wrong? काय हो? प्रश्न असा करतात ना मूर्खासारखे म्हणजे महामूर्ख आहेत माझा म्हणण्याचा अर्थ. No, but how can you say to them if you can't be blunt with them? You have no discretion, you don't have. You can't be blunt, but how cleverly you can tell them. Concrete example. As I told you the other day, I think you missed the point. You have to say, all right, plastic is new. Try plastic. You make a plastic flower, all right, and you get this flower, which is the right thing. This one. Why? Because it has evolved from a tradition. It has evolved from a seed into a tree, into the and there you see a flower. It's a living process. Right. But plastic is new, but it's plastic, it's dead. They also tried plastic. Used to have plastic everything, plastic this and plastic that. Now they're fed up with the plastic, they don't know what to do with it. So everything new when you try, at least see that it has some tradition. It has some basis. Now all these people are trying Shaktipat, this, that nonsense. They have no basis. It's never written in any Vedas anywhere, in any Shastras, this word is not there. This Arunopaya, Tarunopaya, Karunopaya, all that is not written anywhere. It comes suddenly from somewhere from this Theosophical Society. This Theosophical Society is only 100-year-old. All this nonsense is 100-year-old. We have never heard of such thing. Even Ramakrishna dancing like that, you see, wearing a sari and all that. One has never heard about anybody doing like that. So from where does it come? Suddenly a new thing. And all that new thing is accepted by the West. Is not described anywhere, not talked about. Take to any Vedas, take to any Puranas, anywhere is not described. Nowhere it is written that Kundalini is a dangerous thing, nowhere. Even Kabira, who was, I think, about 1600 years back, has not said that. 1600 साल होगा नहीं. मोहम्मद साहब के बाद आए 800 साल हुए. 800 years back. Muhammad Sahib has not said it. 16 years back. 16,000 years back. 1600 years back. 800 years back, Kabira never said it. Suddenly, I don't know how the idea that the Kundalini is very dangerous has come. So all such new things have also come in India, like Tantrism, erotic, these things, and they went away. Because all such new things what people try go out of the circulation of your evolution. They are just thrown out. They are not accepted. In the same way, all these gurus will be thrown out. In these 12 years, we have seen all gurus are exposed. We can see what wrong they have done. Because also it has effects. Because if you take to something which is just new, you see the effects of that, like plastic. When they said that first bomb fell in Singapore, people had never seen bombs. It was a new thing, so they came out to see. And they died. So one has to understand that whatever we call new may not be good for us. So this is the second answer. All right. Now another third question. Let's see if you can answer this one.
You haven't done too well.
So trying everything, new ventures, new things, one must have a traditional idea about it. Like a man who takes to new business suddenly, does not know anything about it, his tradition, his background, anything, suddenly takes to new. He is not going to be successful, I get it. In the same way, anybody comes out of the blue and says that you stand on your heads, why must you? Should ask, why should we do this hasa? Why? No. Because it is new, is acceptable. So the two questions are clear cut, I hope, in your minds now. Very clear cut should be. Now the third question. Let me think. Trouble is, in your presence, I also don't think. What is the third question you asked? It's time to remember. You have forgotten all the questions. You only asked one.
It's very difficult to think when you're with you.
That question is. Don't remember. What question is? I'll remember it. Then I'll ask.
Ask you about the destruction. About the collective manifestation of locality.
But what?
About locality. I asked, and you said about the big walk.
Ah, that one. And that is only for Sahaja Yogis. We can't tell all these things to others, but for Sahaja Yogis, like he asked me a question that if this is the last chance, what's going to happen to the rest of them? So I said in the beginning, of course, we'll try to get them to India, do whatever is possible, but even if they don't understand, if they play games with themselves, then we have to cut off. Then another world for them is created. And in that world, they'll live. They'll have all human awareness. But as described by many people, and it's true, they'll have burning sensation. It's described like this: a big wok will be there. There will be boiling oil, and they'll be put in that, fried. They'll have their awareness there, and they'll suffer all the pangs. And this is one of them only. There are 1,001 styles. They'll be tortured. Horrible things be done. That's what is asking. Now, so the other question was like that they will say that, but see, we have advanced so much. They all think we are very advanced people and we are so developed and this and that. We are so much developed. And all thanks to our psychologists and thanks to our scientists and thanks to other people that we have come up to this level. You see, many people think that now they have achieved their freedom also because of Freud, so-called freedom. So, what's wrong? What's the answer?
To me, it's a question, do you feel free?
Do you?
Do I feel free? I
No.
feel
The
free.
question is this. No, the question is like this, Mr. Strong. The question, if somebody asks you, then what will you say?
I would say, do you feel free?
Hmm?
If they say that I feel free because Troy
Right.
gave me my freedom, I can turn around and say, and you feel free?
Then you'll say yes.
And if they
That's
say yes,
also-
well then that's
then you
wonderful,
go-
because they found a nice
Huh?
formula. But I don't believe it.
That's a different point. See, that's not. But how to convince them?
Mhm.
They will say that, you see, we have advanced so much. India has not so much advanced. We are very well-to-do people. We have solved our material problem. We are developed people. This, that. I mean, they are quite cocksure about themselves. That's why they talk like that.
I would ask them how much peace and joy they experience in their own life.
Well, you see that they'll say we do experience. Then what can you say? See, these things cannot be proved. So you cannot prove it. So we rejoice. See, you have no fun in life. We have all the fun. We have all the pleasures. You have no pleasures. They say you dress up in a way that's very sort of very cumbersome. Anything. I mean, they have ideas about things. They are sorted out according to them. Their dress is very sensible. And not to have the dress is even more sensible. Then what will you give them? A concrete example.
Well, we can say if they're so free, how come they have to depend on a chair to sit on and depend
It's all right. They said that chair is all right. We can make the chairs. We're sitting on it. What's the harm? I mean, that's why they are developed, because they have comfort. They should not live like primitive people sitting on the ground.
They're slaves to their cigarettes.
If they are on an aircraft and they are thinking that they are free to travel to Spain, and that they are in fact traveling, and you're telling them you're not traveling, you're just sitting there. The aircraft is not moving, and I can prove it to you. So they'll say yes, in 24 hours I'll be there. And you say no. You see, in 24 hours I'll prove to you that you're still here. And they can believe whatever they want.
But it's a fact. They are richer people. They are much more comfortable. They have much more yarns in their heads than the poor Indians or any other person. Why should we be saints? They can't understand. What is the advantage? See, for them everything must be valued in advantage and disadvantage.
I would say, if you're so free, why can't you go for a walk in the park at night?
Why don't you?
Why can't you walk in the park at night if you're so free? For fear that you might be.
But they can say
You
that.
have no freedom, no physical freedom.
They say that even, you see, that fear that one has, everybody can have, because in the park somebody can rob you.
Independence and pleasure is depending on some other objects, not within.
But this is our theory. You see that there is something within. But concrete proof you have to give these mental beings. They don't believe, supposing there is another life or a better life.
Happiness is a state of mind. I believe happiness is a state of mind.
Then whatever you believe, they will say, we don't believe.
No, I'm talking about people who are materialistic. They have, what they want. And if they are happy in that state of mind, that's their lifestyle. But the way we understood life.
Yeah, but how will you convince them that they should take to our life? How will you convince them that they should take to our life, that we have a higher life than theirs? How are we higher than them? because they think they have fun, there are more pleasures and comfort. How do we have to tell them that how are we on a better path than they are? This is the point. So, म्हणजे त्यांनी प्रश्न केल्यावर उत्तर काय देणार तुम्ही?
Well, we have more senses than what a normal person has.
What do you have?
More senses we have developed.
Like that they, supposing they don't know about it, so you cannot convince them. Not relative to you also, if you have to just tell them what has gone wrong. See, what you have to say, that supposing the way we have developed would have been all right, the human beings would have become better human beings. In these 30 years' time, 30 years back, human beings were much better than they are today. We have become so violent. I mean, in this New York now city, you can't go alone anywhere with a purse in your hand. See, but 30 years back it was possible. 30 years back you could go in any park, into any park. Nobody would murder you. So if this material life has given you any satisfaction, material, if you are better off, then why people are stealing, they are corrupt, they are trying to cheat? Why? If you are going the right way. We have to become better people in the sense we should be more compassionate, more understanding of a nature that is congenial to everyone. We should become people of greater wisdom. But there is no wisdom in modern life. There is no logic. With the science, what have we achieved? Is an atom bomb. We are put there like a devil, sitting there, one atom bomb, carbon bomb, hydrogen bomb, this bomb, that bomb, to be blasted any day. People are just waiting to put their finger on the button. So, to say that we have advanced is a wrong idea. It's a myth. Because human being has not ascended. Primitive man was afraid, say, for example, of a tiger. You can understand. But now, modern man is afraid of another man. So, as human beings, our quality has gone down. So, whatever we have developed, maybe the matter has improved in quality, but human beings have gone down. Now, we have to improve the quality of human beings. Now, what should we do? So, for that, Sahaja Yoga is there. बताई कि नहीं डोक्यात येतं ना बसतो. Concrete proof.
You have to become innocent again.
The part?
We have to become innocent again.
Yes, we have to become, but that to get that innocence back, see, how to get, they will ask. Then you said, there's a way. We have become ourselves. We have become better people. They're not so good. Then they will come to. And our children are going to be much worse than what we are. They will start killing their own parents. I mean, they are already killing so many. So, what life we got, we are giving much worse life to our children. So, in every way, whatever advancement we have made might have improved the conditions, comfort, or whatever it is, but human beings have not improved. That means these things are not required to improve the conditions. Human beings are very treacherous these days. You cannot trust anyone. I can tell you 30 years back you could trust anyone. We had much better friends, we had much better people. Nowadays you can't even, I mean, a Sahaja Yogi may not be able to trust another Sahaja Yogi. The situation could be that bad. I mean, a saint. Imagine saints. Born realized people can smoke and drink. This is Kali Yuga. So what have we achieved? This kind of a horrible atmosphere where only satanic forces can reign. That's brutal. Alright? So we are not more compassionate, we are not sharing, we are not enjoying each other. But after Sahaja Yoga you get back everything. Alright?
Wonderful.